Hello, noswaith dda, croeso. In the grand tradition of the Oscar ceremony, my apologies for not being with you this evening. Claire and I are on retreat for a few days in West Wales, but I really would like to update you on some stuff that some things that are on the elders' plates at the moment in terms of vision and direction for RBC. You'll remember that for the past 12 months, we've set ourselves as a priority this spiritual climate change of RBC, changing the spiritual atmosphere in us as a fellowship, changing the spiritual climate of our community and into the nation. And over the course of the last 12 months, we've been encouraging greater faith, greater prayer, greater testimonies, seeking to encourage a greater use of spiritual gifts among RBC. And it's an ongoing work, of course, but we're excited about this, and we can't help feeling and believing that as our hearts are more inclined to the Lord in praise and worship and prayer, and as we attune our hearts to outreach, that we're going to see breakout and breakthrough in many aspects of the church's life. And in terms of this year, that's pretty much where we're heading. Except we want to be more specific in the way that we seek that spiritual climate change. For example, you will know, many of you will know, that RBC has been shaped by three key prophetic words over the course of the last few decades. One is that we are to be a minster church, equipping, training, resourcing many people. The other is that we are to be a beacon church, as radiating and demonstrating the love of Jesus to this community. And the other, of course, is that we are to be an Antioch church, sending people out. So over the course of the next few years, we want to build three specific teams around those three key areas. And these ministry teams, if you like, are going to take ownership of those kind of visions. So, for example, what it could look like. For the Minster, what would it look like for RBC Minster to be a church where every member is in a discipleship group and every member is learning to lead others to Christ? That could be one objective that we hope for in the next 5 years, that we transition from just being a church of people interested in Christianity to every member being equipped to lead others to Jesus and equipped for maturity in Christian living. In terms of the beacon vision, if you like, that could look like this. It could look like beyond where we are now to a number of missional communities across the city, across this area and across the city. How about in 5 years' time that we moved on from simply outreach and events to saying to a number of members in RBC, why not go and plant something across the city, in your homes, maybe in other places, where believers interacting with people who are not yet believers do things together, live life together with a view to growing fresh expressions of Christianity across this city. And what would it look like for us as an Antioch church? If we had faith-sharing teams, maybe 2 or 3 new teams over the course of the next few years, people equipped to go to other churches, to bring hope, to bring some dynamism, somebody to bring a testimony, another person to bring a prophetic word, another person to bring some other spiritual gift, so that we can help other churches, maybe churches that at the moment are struggling, to find God in a fresh way for themselves. And over the next few years for us in RBC, we really believe that we're going to be collaborating much more locally with other networks and other ministries across South Wales. That could be with New Wine Cymru, for example, maybe with other Baptist churches in this area, other churches who are maybe at the moment in the Wales-wide network, but working with other churches in order to see Wales itself transformed by the power of the gospel. There are some exciting things happening at the moment across Wales, and we want to be in the mix of all of that. We don't want to be just bystanders now. We want to be partnering with other churches in the name of Jesus and by the power of the Spirit to see new things, new shoots of recovery and growth in Wales. So that's part of what we're about in RBC, spiritual climate change, transforming ourselves or being transformed by the power of the gospel, seeing this area transformed and seeing this nation transformed in the name of Jesus. Hope you have a great evening. Hope the pudding's good. See you soon. God bless. Bye.